You can force downshift to a wider RPM range. The system now allows for downshifts at higher revs than before. This gives you more flexibility in the wide range of conditions you might experience on the trail or around your property. Towing capacity is also rated at 1,000 pounds. With an MSRP of $9,499. Now, for those of you guys out there who don't need all the features and benefits of the Pioneer 520, we're bringing back the Pioneer 500 as well for 2021. And it's still a great option for those looking to maximize value, especially now with the reduced MSRP of $8,499. But in the meantime, please go and check out more information on Pioneer 520 and 500 at our website at powersports.honda.com. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time, the next trail, the next job site, or the next range.
I need a mirror. I can get one at the right angle. All right, this is Dark Dave again. I'm here at the Honda dealer, and this is a power sport dealer here in Odenton. Now, if you notice, they have a few more bikes. So we got a gray, same as the one I was looking at earlier, except for this one is not automatic. They have one with the Tour Pack that is automatic, and this is the red, gray, and black. I'm not sure of the year. I believe it's a 2021, but I'll have to ask. You have the black flake, which is standard. So most of these are standard. You have the shadows. That's a really plain shadow. And you do have the automatics in the smaller bikes too now. Now that is the Rebel 1100. The bad thing is I still think it's too tall for my loving wife. DJ Door is not a tall person. Who knows, maybe I can get her on one of the other small ones. But we'll be right back. Could you tell us what dealership we're at and who you are?
Honda Power Sports of Crofton. My name is Andrew.
Andrew, now I'm talking about the Goldwings here for a few moments. Reason why, I ride all kinds of bikes. I happen to have a VTX and I have my Tri-Glide, but I have looked at the Goldwing. Could you tell me about the Goldwing? Tell me what most people don't know about the Goldwing.
Well, I'll tell you what I didn't know and I learned. I'm one of the newer people here, and I'm not a Goldwing rider, but definitely, you know, ever since I started here, you know, we have Goldwings in for service and all of that, and I got to pull them in and out every day. They're sweet. I can make, see those two Goldwings out there that we have for rental? I can make a U-turn right from where they're at and pull right in this door with no effort, you know. Right
now, is that because they have the walking gear?
Oh no, this is on power.
On just power?
Yeah, I'm on just power, and I can, you know, put my feet up and make a tight U-turn on them. So I'm like super impressed by that. I ride smaller bikes. I ride a smaller Harley Davidson Super Glide. So something like this is always intimidating to me until I started moving them around here, and it's actually surprisingly easy. Now,
tell me what you find intimidating about this bike. Now, I'm a bit taller than most people.
Sure.
I'm at 6'4". You're about
5'9" on a good day.
Okay. But what do you find intimidating about them?
Oh, just the
its
size.
Weight?
Just size and weight, something that I'm not used to. You know, I'm a newer rider. I've been riding for about 3 years. I started on a 250, then a 650, then a 780. And, you know, my other bike right now that I picked up recently is a Harley Davidson Super Glide. So still on the small bike side of things. So something like this with a Tour Pack, you know, to a newer rider, yeah, it can be a little intimidating.
Okay, now I agree it can be a lot intimidating to a newer rider. Now I have the misfortune, I've been riding forever.
I wouldn't call it a misfortune. It's probably one of the best things I ever did was started riding motorcycles.
Yeah, no, I've got a lot of miles under my belt. But tell me the difference with the two main, well, actually there's three differences with the Goldwings that I always see. Can you tell me the three major differences with the Goldwings? The transmission and the tour pack issue.
You said issue?
Yeah, AKA one doesn't have one.
Well, it's I mean, I can say, the difference is, what you're going to use it for. If you're going to ride two up a lot, it is nice to have the tour back so that your passenger can lean back on it. As far as the transmissions, I mean, they're super smooth, the manual and the DCT. DCT is surprisingly intuitive. Put it in drive, it goes as much as you want it to go. I started off riding mopeds with automatic 2-speed transmissions, and my father has a Ruckus with an automatic 3-speed, and you just twist and go. It's
Okay.
fairly easy to use and super approachable. And then with the DCT, you have the forward walking and backwards walking.
Let's walk over to the one that has the DCT, and I'll ask some questions on it specifically. Now, with the DCT, just as a point of fact, you don't have a clutch.
You don't have a clutch or a foot shift.
Now, you do have the, I don't know what the word for it is.
Yeah, on a car it would be paddle shifters.
So it's a paddle shifter of sorts.
Of sorts, but you have thumb and forefinger.
You have thumb and forefinger. Can you tell me how that works for the viewers?
So if you put the bike in manual mode, you can upshift on your pointer finger or your forefinger and treat it just like any manual shifting bike. Now the DCT system isn't going to let you over rev or rev it out. It will upshift for you when it needs to. So you can go full manual mode. You can also put it in drive, and if you need to drop a couple gears to speed past someone, you can do that at any point with the manual downshifts or upshifts, and then it'll just go back to normal after that.
Okay. Now, if I'm not mistaken, you have to downshift. It does not downshift on its own.
I actually haven't been fast enough to twist the throttle and have it downshift on me, so I can't answer that.
Okay. If I'm not mistaken, that's correct. I'll look it up and verify and put it on the page. Anything else that you think anyone would want to know about the DCT? I mean, you do have DCT also in the Rebel 1100.
Sure do have the DCT,
which, as you said, for newer riders, that's a great bike for a newer rider.
1100 cc's.
Size-wise comparative to the Goldwing.
Size-wise would be great for a newer rider. It might be a lot of power for someone who's new, but I'll say that, as I'm a city person, I live in Silver Spring, Maryland. I commute, in and around Washington, D.C. all the time. I know my fair share of traffic. Definitely saves you a little bit of fatigue on that clutch hand, when you're in DCT, for sure. There's definitely days where I wish I had it.
Well, thank you very much. Now, before I leave, you want to open up the tour pack for me for a second?
I'll have to go get the key, but sure.
All right, I know that one over there was opening, the black one.
Oh, it was? You know what? That's because the guy who brought it in.
There we go. Okay. Now, this is big enough for a single helmet.
2 helmets now.
It does have enough room for 2 helmets? They went back to the 2 helmet size?
This is a 2020, so I haven't opened, I'll have to get the key for this to open it, but they went up just a little bit. Oops. I don't know if you can tell from this vantage point, plus the different paint colors kind of makes it hard to tell.
You can just tell, and it's this angle here, you can just see it.
Yep, a little bit wider, comes out, I think about the same, but it's also a little bit taller inside, so you can fit 2 large helmets in there.
Excellent. See, that was something I didn't know, because I know when I was looking at that, not particularly that bike, it was red, but one of my big drawbacks was you can only fit 1 helmet, and I got a big head, as you guys can tell.
I have a pretty large dome myself.
All right, because I never talk cost on here, but comparative, if you compared it without saying what a cost is, would you say it's comparable with BMW Indian and Harley?
Very
Or is
much
it
so.
less?
It's I think you're coming in at a pretty good price point for what you get, because obviously, well, Harley's updated a lot of their tech. They're doing some really cool things with their tour models, rear cylinder shut off, etc. You're getting a lot more bang for your buck with the Goldwing. It's smoother, it's super reliable. I mean, you have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay now. Dual clutch automatic transmission. You're kind of getting a lot there. Power windscreen,
Yeah.
heated seats, heated grips.
And those come automatic, or you have to upgrade for those?
They, on the touring model, they're standard. You also have
Okay.
fog lights that are standard. I don't know if you noticed, but if you go around front, all the touring models come standard with fog lights, which really, really help.
And that does help.
Oh yeah.
Shop. I'm here at the Honda Yamaha dealer in Glen Burnie, Maryland, and I'm going to be asking some questions about Goldwings. Now, I don't know if you guys know or not, Goldwings come with the tour pack and without. They used to call it the FB6, and it probably still is called that. I'm not sure. That's why I'm here to ask questions. Yes, I do a lot of Harley, but I have a Honda myself, and this was my other choice if I didn't get the Harley, but I'd have had to trike it. Now, I'm going to be talking with a salesman here, and he's going to tell us a lot about it. And who knows, we might be able to get a chance to go out and go for a ride. But let's find out.